Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a mukbang. That's my first time doing it, and I'm trying this Daiya Cheezy mac. And today I'm going to be talking about a girl that was my best friend in the 4th grade. She was in the 3rd grade. At the school we went to, it was 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade in the same classroom. Now I was thinking about how now I would think that that type of person is not your best friend and not somebody you should hang out with. So I was going to tell some of the stories about why she was not a real good best friend. But first, let's try this. I thought I would really like this because I tried the white one before and it was really good, but I think I like the white one better. This one's not salty enough for me. Hold on a second. Okay, I just added some Himalayan pink salt and some nooch, and I think we'll be good to go now. A lot better. Okay, so this little girl, she had a swimming pool in her backyard, and she just like had this really big house, and I thought she was so cool. Okay, so I was thinking about how when I would stay the night at her house and we would take baths, and we would take turns taking baths. And she had this thing where we would have to take a bath really hot, and it was like a competition about how hot you could stand the bath water. And it was always me that would go first. And I was thinking, that's like torture, because now as an adult thinking about it, you know, when you first run a bath and it's really hot, and it's like really hot, and so we would always put it on full blast, and you know, I would take my bath and then she would do the same thing, and I always thought it was equal. We were both running hot water. But now, at first it's really hot, and then if you run another bath like right after, because we didn't take like really long baths, it's not going to be as hot because there's not as much hot water left. And I guess I just didn't know that when I was little, and she would always win. She would be able to stand the bath so much longer than me. And it was like torture. Like, I was getting in the bath the other day, it was a little hot, so I put some cold water in it. I was thinking about that. That was horrible. Like, how was she my best friend? You know, like, how can you do that to somebody? Like, you have to realize, like, she had to know that it was hotter. It had to be a thing in her head, because she would always think it was so funny that I couldn't stay in the bath very long, like, and it was the same hot. Like, it was really ridiculous. So, like, I don't know, I like to think that she was being friends with me to torture me or something. And then she was like really skinny, but she could eat like a lot of food, and like her mom would bring a whole like cheese pizza to the school, and it would be like a competition, like who can eat the most of this. And like I could never eat as much as she could, and I was like chubby and she was like really skinny. And one time, this was my first crush, I had a crush on this little boy, and she thought it was so funny, and I wanted him to take my picture, and so I sat down like posing. I have the picture still, like it's somewhere in my room. I sat down like posing, and as soon as he clicks the picture, she runs into the picture, and so she's like right next to me, like laughing. Like I'm sitting like this, and she's like right here, like laughing. Like she like runs into the picture like this. Like, yeah, it was horrible. So, you know, she was like making fun of me for liking this boy, and then she ruined the picture that I wanted him to take of me with running into it. So that was ridiculous. And then I have another story of her where I stayed the night at her house, and I had just gotten a toe ring from my aunt, and I thought it was like the most special thing ever because she had one and I really wanted one, and my aunt got one for me, and it like a toe ring was like the thing then, I guess. And the next morning I couldn't find it anywhere at her house, and she helped me search the whole house up and down. Like we like tossed things around, like we were looking everywhere in this house for it. And the next day on the playground, I realized that she was wearing closed-toed shoes, and she always wore sandals, and it was summertime. And I told her, I said, why are you wearing, you know, tennis shoes or sneakers, whatever they're called, on a hot day? And she's like, oh, I like these shoes. And I was like, no, you don't. You never wear those shoes. I was like, you stole my toe ring, didn't you? Like, I totally asked her. I like totally called her out on the playground. And she's like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was like, well, take your shoe off. Let me see it. Let me see it. You know, take your shoe off. And I wrestled her to the ground and took her shoe off, and sure enough, there was my toe ring on her foot. So that was the end of that friendship. Up until that point, I really thought she was like my best friend. She was so great. Does anyone else have anyone like that, that, you know, they thought when they were kids they were best friends and they turned out to be horrible or something? I have one more story about her, and it's of when we're older. I was on Facebook and I decided to look her up, and I'm really forgiving now as an adult than I was when I was a kid. And so I decided to look her up, and I Facebook friend her, and she accepted it. And I didn't really say anything to her until, you know, one day I came across a picture of her. It was like a picture she had given me that was like a portrait she had done at a place. And I was just trying to write on her wall, show her the picture, you know, post the picture onto her wall. And it said that I was like not able to write on her wall. And I know nobody else is running her Facebook, it's her. And I'm like, why would I not be able to put something on her wall? You know, I tried the picture, I thought maybe it was just pictures can't be, so I tried like, hey, how are you on her wall? Nothing. I wasn't able to do anything. So that really made me mad, because, you know, I wasn't putting out her like anything bad about her. I was just trying to post a picture when I was little. And I sent her a message. I never actually heard from her after this. I never did hear from her as an adult. I sent her a message that it was messed up, like, why would you accept my friend request if I can't even write on your wall, that's stupid, like, you know, all these things. It was ridiculous. I didn't realize how hard it would be to talk and eat at the same time. On one hand, I want to finish this on the video, and on another, I just want to go finish this somewhere else. The longer I sit here with this, the better it tastes. I'm pretty full. I had the whole box in the bowl, and this is how much is left. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and let me know if you would like another mukbang or story of my childhood. Bye!